Hello and welcome. You're watching DD India. The breaking news that we are tracking at this moment is that there has been a blast at a mosque in Kunduz, Afghanistan. Several people are feared to be killed, and according to the Taliban spokesman, Zabihullah Mujahid, this afternoon, an explosion took place in a mosque of our Shiite compatriots in Khanabad district of Bandar, the capital of Kunduz province, as a result of which a number of our compatriots were martyred and wounded. That is the tweet coming from the handle of Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid. So a blast has happened near a mosque in Khanabad district of Bandar, Afghanistan. And we are now joined by our correspondent Amritpal Singh, who is speaking to us over phone and will tell us about this important development. Amritpal, what are the details emerging out of this blast as of now?
Tanvi, the details are that this is a blast which occurred inside the mosque. It's a Shia mosque where Friday prayers were going on. A suicide bomber entered the congregation and blew himself up. A powerful explosion. Now, the Kunduz province is a province in the northern part of Afghanistan. So it has left several dead and several casualties. Numbers are still trickling in. Some reports are quoting the dead as high as 100, and injured could be close to about 200 and above. There are video footages that are emerging which shows a scene of chaos, people running helter and skelter, including women and children who are being herded away or shepherded away, people shouting, and several bodies lying strewn in pools of blood. Right now, reports say that it could be the handiwork of IS, the Islamic State in Khorasan, or the ISK as it's known. The Islamic State militants or the ISK militants have in recent past ramped up attacks to target their rivals, including deadly bombings which happened in Kabul. They've also targeted Afghanistan's religious minorities. Now, the Shias are a religious minority in Afghanistan, mainly the Hazaras. So this is the details that we have as of now, that this blast happened inside the mosque in the Syedabad area of the Kunduz province. It is said to be the Sher Khan Masjid, where this attack happened during the Friday congregation or the Friday prayers, and it was a suicide attack, possibly from the ISK, though nobody has claimed responsibility so far. But the very fact that the Shias have been targeted, it is being said that the ISK could be behind that, and the numbers vary. The numbers, as I said, could be 100 killed and 200 plus injured in this suspected suicide attack. Tanvi?
Yes, so Amrit, a Shiite mosque being targeted on a Friday congregation prayers, what message is it sending across? Intra-conflict, intra-Taliban conflicts inside the region?
No, not intra-Taliban, ISK.
Okay.
The Islamic State Khorasan. Now, they have, a running feud with the Taliban. They are a Sunni fundamentalist organization who believe, who look at Taliban as some sort of moderate Islamists, and they believe that the emirate that the Taliban is trying to establish is not the emirate in the true sense. So they are the extreme, right. So they have carried out attacks. They've been fighting with the Taliban. Though they are a relatively small organization as compared to the Taliban, but they still have their militia and have their pockets, and they've carried out suicide missions, guerrilla attacks, explosions, especially targeting the minorities. So it is right now being seen as the handiwork of the Taliban in this blast that occurred inside the Shia mosque.
Yes, and Amrit, please, if we look at the larger picture, well, tough times continue for Taliban-controlled Afghanistan, right?
Absolutely. Afghanistan is far from a settled state as of now. It's still finding its feet in terms of, bringing stability. For a very long time, Afghanistan has been in turmoil. Now that the Taliban...
Amrit, I'll have to stop you there for a moment. We are getting a tweet from Tolo News which says that a blast happened at a mosque in Syedabad area in Kunduz this afternoon, local officials said, adding that casualties are feared. So as our correspondent is also saying that multiple reports suggesting that 100 or more than that number of casualties are coming from this blast. Amrit, go on.
As I was saying that this Shia mosque in Khanabad in Kunduz, it looks like to be the handiwork of the ISK. Now the IS or the Islamic State Khorasan has a running feud with the Taliban. They've been targeting the minorities systematically. They've conducted deadly bombings in Kabul. But this is the first time that we've seen such sort of an attack in northern Afghanistan. So that is something which is a cause of concern. But the print has there is very little doubt that the threat could lead to the Islamic State Khorasan. Given that they've targeted the Shias, the Taliban at this time is trying to put together a government in place and trying to, at least, if not share power, but work out some sort of power negotiations with the different communities in Afghanistan, and they're trying to reach out to them in areas where they are strong. But, that doesn't sit well with the IS Khorasan, which is active, the militia which is active in Afghanistan. The IS Khorasan I'm talking about. IS is active all over the place, from Syria to Iraq to Pakistan to Afghanistan. But IS Khorasan especially is now their growing influence is something that should be worrying not just but for the Taliban, but for the countries in the region and the world at large. Tanvi?
Yes, so Amritpal, the root cause basically is power tussle there, and now ISK demanding probably more powerful positions in the government. Will I be wrong to say that?
No. The ISK is not wanting to join the government.
Okay.
They are not a part of the Taliban. They are in fact opposed to the Taliban. They want to overthrow the Taliban if they can.
They are trying to just create instability by these blasts.
Absolutely, and they have a running feud with the Taliban. Their idea of an Islamic emirate is very different from that of the Taliban. Neither the Taliban wishes to include them, nor do they want to be a part of the government. They are a militia which is trying to basically increase its influence and see if it can get territories under its control. They want a completely Sunni Afghanistan, which the Taliban, if you look at the ISK, the Taliban does appear to be a little moderate. But the essential purpose is to create instability, as you said, and also to fight the Taliban and impose their vision of Sharia and the fundamentalist Islam as they see it. Tanvi?
Yes, thank you, Amrit, for joining us. So instability continues in Afghanistan, and of course, as Tulu News and Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid confirms, an explosion has taken place in Kunduz province in Afghanistan, and for now some reports suggesting that 100 people are feared killed. That's it in the breaking news segment of the news. For other news and updates, continue on DD India. Stay with us.